One more final comment about working in the Writing Multiliteracy Center came up from a professor who had written me my letter of recommendation for coming here, and he said, if you want to become a better writer, become a writing tutor. And I remember he was actually addressing the class when he had said it, but it stuck with me because I had just applied since he had written me that letter. And of all the other things that did come true, that was one that really prominently came true for me in the last year. And I think if you're, of any major, it doesn't really matter if you're an English with creative writing major, you could be a psychology student or a business student who wants to learn how to communicate better, either spoken word or written word. This job has helped me tremendously. Even in collaboration with the classes I've taken, the experience of looking over other people's papers over and over again and learning a lot of the mechanics has then made it so much easier for me to convey my ideas in writing and in speech too. It's made me more comfortable with my public speaking for the presentations I have to give in class, and that I'm sure I'll have to give in the future every day when I talk and communicate with people, has all been aided by this job for sure. And last, maybe a month ago or so, I had a paper due and I had all these other things going on, and I kind of put this paper off, and I used to get a lot of paper writing anxiety before I had this job, where I'd want to write the greatest paper that was ever written and spend way too much time working on it and doubting myself, that I was like, yeah, I gotta slam this paper out, and I sat down and wrote it all out, and it ended up being the one that the professor presented to the whole class as an example of how to write a paper. And I was like, wow, that is totally a result of what I learned. I pat myself on the back or feel good about it, whatever. It wasn't really about that. It was like the things he was pointing out were all the things that I learned how to do from being a tutor. And I was like, wow, that really helped me out a lot, So being a better writer is very important to me. And if it's important to you, I would suggest getting a job and doing this as, putting your whole heart into it, because you're going to learn a whole lot more, I think, than I ever showed anyone. I learned more than I taught, for sure.